I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.
Welcome back as we negotiate race number 3, and race number 3 which will be over the 1400 meter trip. And race number 3, just looking at the anti-post betting, we've got the 2 first timers at the top of the boards. Number 3 Tuscan Star 22-10, and number 1 Ronnie Tarabai at around 7-2. So the first timers are dominating the betting, but let's go to our interview package and find out a little bit more.
Yeah, lovely. She's a big filly. She's taken a little while to come to hand. She's actually sooner than some people expected. One of the partners in the horse, Dennis Driscoll, he said, it looks like we bought a 4-year-old, and he's surprised that she's running just as she's turned 3. But she has kind of come together. She's got a lovely big stride. She's a filly we got hope for. We haven't tried her proper, but she showed us work that I was prepared to say she'll make the first 3, but having a look at the field, it might not be the strongest race. So I don't know what to expect, but I'm still going to say first 3.
Takatalvi, she's coming on nicely. I think she's going to also need it.
Princess Palace, she's come on a lot in herself. She's been crying for the extra distance. Very green in her first 2 runs. She came from a long way back, running on strongly. I'm hoping she can run into the money.
Seattle Rain, she coughed a bit this morning, so I'll have to look at her tomorrow. But she's also coming on slowly, and she's going to need the experience.
Sweet Words will be looking for more ground. Very backward filly. Has got some sort of ability, but I think he'll need a bit more racing.
So there we've heard it from the connections and the conditioners who look after these steeds each and every day. And interesting about number 3, Tuscan Star, which is the current 22-10 favourite. And Dee's Alec Laird mentioning that they thought she'd be coming out later on, but she's obviously started to turn the corner. He says she's got a lovely stride about her, and the fact that they're going 1400 metres, they could have just found the right field to make a winning introduction.
And you know what I liked about that interview is that first he said top three, and then he said, I looked at the opposition, and he was hesitant to say that I think she can win.
100%.
I think that, you know, once he had a look at the opposition, his confidence would have grown, and she's beautifully bred. She's a half-sister to Without Question, and we know that Without Question is a fair sort from the Justin Snate stable. She's also related to Infinite Wonder, so there is a pedigree there, and the guys put their hand up to spend 300,000. Wish them well with the filly, and the fact that she's come early for them, I think that is a big plus. If she brings her homework to the track and what we're hearing from Alec Laird, I think she's got a serious chance of making a winning debut, with all due respect to the rest of the field who have very little or no form to recommend. And then Garrett van Zyle's runner, she's a half-sister to Zenobia's Gold, and I think that if she's anywhere near forward from draw one, she could also run well. So those two first-timers I'll keep a very close eye on. And then of the race runners, very difficult, but maybe a horse like Her Royalty, who's been fairly consistent. You know, last time out at the Blinkers, she was soundly beaten, although she ran fourth, earning a stake check. I see the Blinkers stay on. And of the balance of the runners, well, take your pick. It looks like another quartet trifecta race, Sheldon. But I think on what I've listened from that interview with Alec Laird, on the pedigree, and the fact that it's not the strongest of fields, I think either 1 or 3. We know about number 3 through that interview. We don't know about number 1. So for the guys that are working on the day, hopefully they can help us.
And then number 8, Princess Palace, returning from that 92-day absence. There's been anti-post support. Nice comments, 12-1 down, 7-1. And I think this is a horse who's going to really lap up the extra distance. And they could have also found the right field. They've given her the 2 runs down the lane, first time up, and then second time went round the turn, 1,000, 1,200, and stepping up to the 1,400, you could see that big improvement come.
Yeah, and Duncan Ells mentioned that he's expecting improvement to come from her, so don't look too much into how she's been racing. But in leg one of this pick six, our suggestion is, whilst we know the rule for the first timers that you do not need to include the first timers, the race runners is what matters. But I think in this type of race, include the first timers, include a few of the race runners, and you could double up in leg one of that pick six. By the way, there's only 2 first timers that you have to include, numbers 1 and 3. And for both Sheldon and myself, it's a must that you consider these first timers against this field in leg one of that pick six, which will begin at 13:35.
My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.